Hello and welcome to my team builder before I battle Riz for NPL week. Which week is this? Week 6. Yeah, Riz is doing quite well so far. I believe he's actually topping my current conference, and yeah, he's actually drafted a pretty scary team. And it consists of Curum Black, Clefable, Greninja, Excadrill, Gengar Breloom, Mega Aerodactyl, which I actually think is one of the best Megas, as in I think that it was incredibly value and very good for him. Mesprit, Lantern, Blaziken, and Furfrou. Now, after the Mega Aerodactyl pick, his picks aren't as threatening. The only two that actually I could see Mesprit or Lantern or Blaziken coming, but I don't expect them really. Just because I don't think they're as good. But Mega Aerodactyl is a really, really nice pick for him, in my opinion. And I was actually looking at Mega Aerodactyl, not this season, I was very happy with Mega Sizzle this season, but last season, and I think that it's really underrated, and a lot of people think it's worse than it actually is in the format. So I'm in an interesting position against him, because I have a lot of things that actually do quite a good amount of work against him. But equally, he has a couple of things that really threaten me quite badly. And, for example, Greninja, I struggle to switch into that. Breloom is a massive threat. And yeah, those are the two main ones, really. Greninja and Breloom. Curum Black I can handle offensively. Like Gengar I can handle, etc, etc. It's just a matter of there are a couple of sets, but overall I think I've got a decent matchup this week. And part of that reason is Tapu Koko with Calm Mind, Hidden Power, Fire, Roost, and Thunderbolt. Now, this is intended to be a very late game cleaner, perhaps. I was actually strongly considering just Life Orb for attacks here, and I'm honestly still considering that, like, right now, despite it being minutes away from this game starting, because Calm Mind, I'm just I'm a little bit iffy. That's all. Alternatively, I could just go. You know what? I can never see myself actually Calm-Minding up. I'm going to go Dazzling Gleam, just as a matter of principle, practically. We're going to keep the Sugar Berry just before the Excadrill in general. But Hidden Power Fire deals with his... well, it doesn't deal with, but it can hit the Excadrill, and it can hit the Excadrill, and that's pretty much it. But that's all it really needs to hit. Thunderbolt will hit everything that Dazzling Gleam and HP Fire don't hit, so that's fine. Sugar Berry is so that stuff like a Scarf Excadrill, I have an emergency check to it, and also Aerodactyl, if it wants to try and go for EQ against me, it's going to get a nasty Thunderbolt to the face. Yeah. Next up, I've been using DD Ments every week thus far, and I need to put a nickname on Tapu Koko, so we'll go... What do I want to name you? Azula. Been watching Avatar recently. So I've been going with DD Mensa every week, and most of the time it's put in a decent amount of work. This week I'm going Scarf. Scarf Moxie, with enough speed to outspeed a potential Scarf Curum. Iron Tail, because the Clefable is a thing. Earthquake, because Excadrill is a thing. And his other Dragon checks don't exist. So that's pretty fun. Now... Nidoking is my Shiza, so let's go with Menace with Salamence again, because it fits him. Choice Scarf Moxie is just really, really, really powerful against him in the late game. Especially if Clefable has gone down, which it can quite easily, because I do have 4 incredibly good switch-ins to Clefable, being Nidoking, Sizzle, Dimantan, and Gastrodon. Honestly, Clefable doesn't have a great matchup against me, and I'm not expecting it to come that much. I'm expecting more Curum Black, Greninja, Excadrill, Mega Aerodactyl, and then some combination of Breloom, Mesprit, Lantern, and Blaziken is what I'm expecting. And honestly, any of those combinations could come. Obviously, Clefable could come because it is always a very good bring, but even if it does, I do have checks for it. so I'm not that afraid of it this time round. There's really not much to say here. Outrage is for if I need the extra power. Dragonclaw is in case I'm in a situation where I can literally just sweep. Scarf Mince is just good against him, especially given that the rest of my team punishes his only dragon immunity. So, speaking of punishing his dragon immunity, if he wants to bring his setup Clefable, Gastrodon is 100% going to stop it, even if it's unaware, which I see as being potentially brought because I could run Zed Mence. Which is also a reason I'm not expecting the Clefable. I mean, I'm expecting him to not bring Clefable because of the fact that I could just run Zed Iron Tail on my Mence and just ruin it anyway. Anyway, Clear Smog is in case he decides to bring a defensive setup with Clefable, either Carmine or Cosmic Power. It doesn't matter, both of them get shut down. Toxic is therefore so that I can beat the Kyurem Black 1v1, and I have the bulk to take on almost every mon on his team. If Gastrodon doesn't get statused this game, it can literally win. So that's pretty incredible. The only things that can really offensively threaten it are stuff like Life Orb Gengar and Breloom. And, well, Life Orb Gengar is a big threat. Breloom is less of a threat, and it's just because it's going to come down to the way I play, and I'm just trying to think of a good name for a big fat thing. Like, Gastrodon is incredibly good this week. This has the bulk to take, I believe this is Specs Timid Kyurem's Ice Beam after Rocks. Or no, it's without Rocks, my bad. In which case, it's so fat. And it's so good. The 76 defense is just because that's what I could spare, because this is mainly going to be my Kyurem answer, in all honesty. If he brings a sub Kyurem, especially a sub Honeclaws Kyurem, which he could easily bring, that would be very threatening. But I do have Scizor, which can check it with Bullet Punch as well. So, yeah, not that threatened by that. And let's just go with... Let's actually make this blue, just for the sake of making it blue. I prefer the blue one. And because it's blue, don't really have a nickname. Really don't have a nickname at all. Sick, why not? Next up is Shiza, the Nidoking, and this is Yachi Berry because... Why not? This is a really simple EV spread, but I don't actually need speed to outspeed anything on his team. The only thing I could want speed for is Breloom, but if he brings Breloom, he might bring it fat anyway, because my team kind of punishes Breloom a fair amount. Stealth Rock and Toxic Spikes, both of them are very good in this matchup. If I can get his Kyurem Black Toxic, then even if he's a subset, my Gastrodon can beat it 1v1. The Toxic Spikes are there for if he doesn't bring Gengar. This can come in on Clefable quite easily. I can bluff Shuckerberry, I can come in on Excadrill, I can take any hit from Mega Aerodactyl and set up my rocks. It's just a really good Pokemon this week. Yeah. The bulk means that I can live any hit from Mega Aerodactyl, including Earthquake. I can live Ice Beams from Kyurem. I feel like he does have to go especially offensive this week, just based on the look of my team, like Ice Beam, Hidden Power Fire, Roost, and then either Sub or maybe Dragon Pulse or something I could see being a set that he brings. Or Earth Power even. But yeah, Nidoking is just there as a little bit of a backup. It's more there for Rocks, in all honesty. Rocks hurt his team quite a fair amount, and I like that. So next up is Darmanitan, the Life Orb. Can't name you Menace as well, so let's go with Sarutobi. This is Life Orb. This is just meant as a lure. I Fire Blast turn 1, act as if it's Scarf, and then because his Fire Blast switch in doesn't exist, like his Fire Blast switch in is a Lantern, and that'll just get dropped by an EQ. This speed size max speed Kyurem Black, so I've got an out versus it in case he's going to bring something like a sub Kyurem Black against me. Fire Punch is there because I don't always want to take the Flare Blitz recoil damage, but this is just an incredible mon this game. And finally we have Scizor, which Well, Purrs, why not? Swords Dance, Toxic, Bullet Punch, and Roost. I only need Bullet Punch this game. And yeah, the only checks he's got to it are things like Lantern and Blaziken, which I wouldn't really want coverage for them anyway, because I would just rather Toxic them and then switch out. So yeah, I think he's about ready, so we'll just pause until we start the game. Okay, and we're in. Good luck, have fun. He did bring the Clefable. His answers to SD Scizor just don't exist. Holy fuck. Tapu Koko looks amazing this game, as does Gastrodon. Gastrodon could honestly just win me the game. Wow, okay. What do I expect him to lead with? If he leads with his Greninja, do I have a switch in? I have Gastrodon. Mesprit. What's his lead gonna be? Let's lead Darmanitan. This is what I want my lead to be, so Darmanitan it is. Actually really tempted to be hyper aggressive no matter what he goes into. Like even against Aerodactyl and Greninja and stuff. Kyurem Black. This is almost ideal, because this is a Life Orb, Sheer Force, Flare Blitz. This is hurting something hard. Even Aerodactyl is... honestly, I can Rock Slide and pretty much just kill Aerodactyl. I actually really want to have this team in the calc, so I'm going to import it now as well. Come on, hurry up. I hate the fact that there's lags when I do this. Five sets. Why is only 5? Was there a set that I already used? Well, Darmanitan, Sarutobi. Which one? Nope. Versus Kyurem Black. This Life Orb Rock Slide would hurt, wouldn't kill, but he can't kill me. Well, I mean, Kyurem Black, Mixed Wall Breaker, Earth Power. Let's have a look. Could kill me, as could Outrage. Fuck. Aerodactyl, Mega. Rock Slide will kill it. Fuck it, Rock Slide. Fuck's sake. Well, this isn't ideal. This is one of my stronger breakers, so I don't really want to just risk it like this. Kyurem Black, Mixed Wall Breaker. Fuck it. I'd rather get the damage off on this thing, in all honesty. He could try and sub or something, as he goes into Mesprit instead, which takes a fuck ton. An absolute fuck ton. And here, don't want to risk him going into Aero or anything silly, so might as well just Flare Blitz again. More spectators. Because even versus Aero, this Flare Blitz is gonna fucking sting. And I will take that. I will honestly take that quite happily, I guess. Yeah. I think this might actually just straight up kill Greninja. I don't think he can go into it. No, it won't straight up kill Greninja. That would be far too ridiculous. Would be amusing, but it would be a bit ridiculous too. But anyway, killing off his Mesprit, killing off his Rocks option is ideal. And he's probably not going to go... I imagine he's going Aerodactyl here. I think that this is his Rocks setter, and the Aerodactyl is offensive with like Hone Claws or something. But even so, this is fine by me. We can actually calc based on that damage what type of Curum that is as well. So Curum Black, how much did it do? It did 23.9%. That's actually a decent chunk. But wow, okay. 29.3. How much is that? Is that possibly full? No. So, oh. No, okay. So that tells me useful information. That tells me he's almost certainly mixed. Or more accurately, physically biased, rather. He can't go into Curum Black here, because that would just be silly. He would have sacked off his Mesprit for almost literally nothing. That damage would have been nice. That's like a free 50% or so, even if he's really bulky. So that Rock Slide Miss could end up mattering later on in the game. I'm glad I put Dazzling Gleam on this thing now, though, on my Tapu Koko. Goes into Greninja, yeah, I thought that would happen. We can go into Gastrodon and then recover immediately in case he's got a Grass Knot. If he's got T-Spikes, I can absorb them. If he doesn't have T-Spikes, then I'm happy. And we're Spadef as fuck, so like even Greninja's HP Grass or Grass Knot is not going to do that much to Gastrodon, and I believe I can always avoid a 2-hit KO. Well, not from Life Orb, actually. Versus Gastrodon. Well, why do you not import then? Oh, it can't import Gastrodon East, I guess. Well, whatever, it's 252, 180, I think. Oh shit, that does a lot. Goes for the Water Shuriken. I want to go for Recover, just scout out. Okay, he's got Spikes. I can deal with Spikes. Honestly, I don't care about Spikes at all. I'm going to go for Toxic here because he could go into Curum. I think Curum would be what I would go onto in this situation. And the rest of his team doesn't really like taking on a +1 Gastrodon, so fine with this. Recover was 100% my play there, though. Like, every day of the week. Water Shuriken Spikes. What else, I wonder? I mean, I imagine Ice Beam. This definitely isn't Scarf, so that's good information to have. If he's Ice Beam Curum, he's almost certainly not Hone Claws Curum. He goes into Clefable. We get to see if it's unaware or not. It is Magic Guard. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to go hard into my Nidoking here. Even if he is set up of some description, this is fine because I do, of course, have my Clear Smog. Always. A better play for him would be to double here, possibly into Curum. Honestly tempted to expect that, but it's not worth eating a Toxic to the face. So into my Nidoking instead. And if we can set up rocks, that would be very nice. It goes into Aerodactyl. I kind of just want rocks up regardless. I know I can take an EQ, so... Yep. And there's no point at all in saving Shiza here, so... I mean, we'll go for a T-Spike, but we're expecting to die. In other words. In other words? In English. So he's got Fire Fang. That's just gonna be a case. I want to go into Gastrodon, go for Scald here. Just try and put him in range of my Mence. As he goes into Clefable. This is fine. This is still fine. Honestly, I don't know what he's going to go for here. What's that damage tell me? Wait, give this Scald. Scald versus Clefable. Well, either that's a max roll. Okay, so he's not 0 HP, because otherwise it would have done more. So he has got bulk, but he's not got special bulk. Let's go for Clear Smog, just as you do. Covers a Calm Mind play. Also gives me a bit more information. And it'll give me an accurate reading of the spread. Goes for the Moonblast. It's just worth recovering here. 31% and I did 19, so consistent, not consistent. 31%, that looks to be max. Interesting. Does he need to be modest? Not mild, modest. Interesting, very interesting. So this is definitely a setup of some sort. I'm going to recover again here, and so this has Fire Blast then. That's practically just assured. Okay, going to go for the Calm Mind. I don't mind this. I'm just going to try and get my Darmanitan in on a turn where he does not go for an attacking move. Clear Smog doesn't actually have the PP to beat Clefable 1v1 anyway, so that's worth remembering. So this turn, if I was him, I would almost definitely go for Calm Mind, so I'm going to expect him to go for that. He actually doubles into Kyurem Black, which is ideal. We see it's Leftovers Kyurem, very interesting. I can go for Flare Blitz anyway. So that's gonna be the Steel Resist Berry. I can't remember what the name of the Steel Resist Berry is, but it's going to be the Steel Resist Berry. This is actually potentially in range of Darmanitan, you know. Like, Darmanitan is a strong Pokemon. It's going to be the Steel Resist Berry for the combination of Scizor and Mence, so kind of wishing I had the Calm Mind now. It's okay though, because Gastro can at least waste its time and it will be a stalemate for much of that game. Just absorb his PP, I guess. I'm okay with, to be clear, I'm okay with losing my Saratobi here. Although this Kyurem being at like 20% would be quite nice if that turn 1 Rock Slide had hit. Would have made this game quite a bit easier. He's honestly getting into the point where Scizor can try and win. He goes hard into Clefable. Sash! Okay. I disagree. Like, pretty much outright, I disagree. with that entire turn. Jesus, that was bad for him. I do not agree with that play in the slightest. Hidden Power Fire, just in case he decides to be cheeky and go into Excadrill. As he decides to be cheeky and go into Excadrill. So I can HP Fire here, see what his set is. He's slow, that's quite bulky, goes for the Rapid Spin, fair enough. I have the Sugar Berry still, and you're getting in range of being swept by Salamence. So, I mean, that's fine by me. Please continue. Continue killing off your Steel Resist. I like that. Will Dazzling Gleam actually put it in range of another HP Fire? Excadrill versus Tapu Koko. I'm not that, I'm Shooker, but I've got my exact set. Why am I using this? Tapu Koko. It is Azula. So, Dazzling Gleam, HP Fire. Wow, I just got max rolled, fuck. So, I need him to be in range 37%. So, I would need Dazzling Gleam damage, yeah. And here I think I kind of have to go for HP Fire, but I'm okay with that because it's looking more and more like Gastrodon just simply cleans up. As he goes hard into Greninja, he can Water Shuriken here. I kind of expect him to just predict me to go into Gastrodon here, so despite the fact that he could Water Shuriken... He's not Life Orb, we know that for a fact. If he HP Grasses this turn, I kind of lose though, so... Done. Get 2 rolls? Done. Oh well, I wasn't willing to risk my Gastrodon on that turn, so yeah. I'm going to go for a Toxic here, 100%, even if he does have Hidden Power Grass. That's just the way that the game goes sometimes, I guess, and even then I can still potentially win with my Scarfments, so yeah, that's what I think I'm going to go for. Let's have a look at this. Aerodactyl. Mega. Did we see it take damage at all earlier? Because it's Mega Volt, it's done something. True. EQ did 76. Nido King. Shiza versus Arrow. Earthquake. I was Sugar Berry. No, I was Yachi. Okay. So 76 to 109. That he could be technically, but more likely he's some midpoint EV spread. I wanted to go into Gastrodon there, but I thought if he had HP Grass, that was a turn to go for it, and saving Tapu Koko was just kind of unnecessary at that stage. This thing I'm imagining has SD, and I imagine he'd go for it here rather than going for the EQ. Could go for the EQ anyway. Honestly, feeling like Mence might be my better switch in, because... Hang on. So, assuming... let's just assume it's max. Not max, but like max HP. Salamence. My set. Which is Menace. Okay. So we need to be at +2 for Dragon Claw to just kill, or +1 for Outrage to just kill. How much does Salamence do to Excadrill? Outrage would be my play. So I can switch into Mence and go for Outrage. Shit. Do I kill Kieran Black from full? We've seen that it is leftovers. Yeah, okay. We get 2 kills here then. And I believe Mens gets 4 kills in total. Let's just check that this +1 Mens can kill an Aerodactyl Mega, which is let's even go. Let's go 252. Roll heavily in my favor if he did. So. Goes hard into Aero. So now we can just 2-hit KO this thing with Outrage, and then come back in and click any move ever. Don't get confused here, thank you. We get 2 kills now, and then we come back in and click Outrage again, because Greninja... and let's have a look at Greninja at +0 as well. I need to think about differential here, so yeah. So should sack Gren, go into KB as I switch into my... I can switch into my Gastro. In case he's sub, it's not worth it, we go into Scizor instead. It's going to be a 2-0 win, but hey, at least it's a 2-0 win. And this makes a difference between going 3-3 and 4-2, and one of those is a very respectable record. One of those is looking over my shoulder heavily because my differential is dog shit. Like I've won 2 more games than I've lost games, and my differential is still going to be -3. Goes into Excadrill. This does not matter. This dies. It doesn't matter. So he sacks this, goes into KB as I switch into Scizor, and then IBP until Scizor dies. There's 0 chance I'm risking this confusion. I know that it's worth my differential, but I'm not risking it. Just outright, I am not risking it. If this is sub Greninja, then I'll take the 1-0 win, but it doesn't matter. Like, outright, I do not care. I'm taking this. And I'm gonna see what set this KB is as well. It's Toxic itself. Interesting. I like that. That was a nice little idea. Didn't work, but I like it anyway. HP Fire. Yep. Definitely not worth risking Mence. So just BP. Kill off the Scizor, kill off Greninja, and Mence can pick up the kill with Outrage. Because there's 0 chance. Let's even check fully bulky Greninja. Yeah. Even the Greninja that bulky would die to Outrage. So yep, very good game, Riz. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.